Beside a glistening river, there was a charming village nestled among rolling green hills. In this village lived a young shepherd named Jack. Jack was a cheerful boy of 15, with tousled brown hair and bright blue eyes that sparkled whenever he sang. He had a genuine love for music that made even the birds stop to listen. Every morning, Jack would take his flock of sheep and goats to graze in the nearby meadow. The meadow was abundant with lush green grass and wildflowers that swayed gently in the breeze. Jack would guide his herd carefully through the field and then settle himself comfortably under a grand old oak tree. There, he would sing his favorite songs, his voice carrying across the valley like a sweet melody. When evening approached, painting the sky in shades of orange and pink, Jack would gather the herd and lead them safely back to the village. For his dedicated work, the owner of the flock paid Jack 1 silver coin each day. Clutching his earnings proudly, Jack would rush home to his mother, his heart full of joy at being able to contribute to his family. "Mother, here you go! Today's earnings," Jack would announce cheerfully as he entered their small but cozy cottage. "My dear boy, welcome home. You must be starving after working all day. Come, let me serve your dinner," his mother Mary would respond warmly, her kind face lighting up at the sight of her eldest son. At that moment, Jack's younger brother Tommy would pipe up from the corner, his voice tinged with complaint. Tommy was only 12, with sandy blonde hair and green eyes that often held a hint of mischief. "Mom, I'm really hungry too. Why do you only ask Jack and never me?" Tommy would whine, crossing his arms across his chest. "Oh, sweetheart, you can eat too. I never said otherwise. But remember, Jack works incredibly hard under the blazing sun all day long to earn money for all 3 of us. We should be grateful," Mary explained gently, trying to help Tommy understand. Both Jack and Tommy sat down at their modest wooden table to eat their simple dinner. "Mom, I'm so tired of eating bread and pickle every single day. Can't you ever make something delicious like cakes or pies? I refuse to eat this boring food anymore. I just won't eat it," Tommy complained loudly, pushing his plate away dramatically. "Tommy, please understand," Mary said patiently. "Jack works tirelessly in the scorching heat, tending to the goats and sheep from sunrise to sunset. For all that hard work, he earns just 1 coin. But at least that 1 coin is enough to keep the 3 of us from going hungry. We must be thankful for what we have." Jack looked at his little brother's disappointed face and felt his heart soften. "It's all right, Tommy. Eat your dinner today, and tomorrow when I receive my day's wage, I'll ask Mother to prepare something special just for you. How does that sound?" The next day, Jack took his herd out to graze as usual. That evening, when he received his single silver coin as payment, he immediately went to his mother with a warm smile. "Mother, here's today's earning. Please use it to cook something really nice for Tommy today. He deserves a treat," Jack said generously. "But Jack, we barely manage our household expenses with just one coin each day." "Are you sure?" Mary asked with concern, though her eyes showed appreciation for her son's kindness. "Please, Mother, make it happen," Jack insisted. "Very well, my thoughtful boy," Mary agreed, touched by Jack's selflessness, already imagining the delicious meal awaiting him. The following day, when Jack led his sheep and goats into the meadow for grazing, he noticed something that made his heart sink. A burly woodcutter with a thick beard and muscular arms was attacking his beloved oak tree with sharp, powerful strokes of his gleaming axe. Seeing this scene unfold before his eyes, Jack felt deeply saddened. He had spent countless afternoons under that magnificent tree's shade, singing his songs and watching his flock. The tree felt like an old friend. He knew he had to protect it somehow. Rushing toward the woodcutter with determination, Jack called out urgently, "Sir, please, please stop. Don't cut down this tree." The woodcutter paused mid-swing, lowering his axe and turning to face Jack with a puzzled expression. "Young man, why are you stopping me from doing my work?" "Brother, I'm stopping you for your own safety and well-being," Jack replied quickly, thinking fast. "My safety? What do you mean?" the woodcutter asked, now genuinely curious and slightly concerned. Jack took a deep breath and began his tale. Many years ago, a powerful wizard placed a terrible curse on an evil spirit. That cursed spirit now dwells within this very tree. Anyone who dares to touch this tree or attempt to cut it down meets a horrible fate. The spirit destroys them. If you value your life, you should run from this place immediately before the evil spirit discovers you here." The woodcutter's eyes widened with fear. Without wasting another second, he gathered his tools and fled from the meadow as fast as his legs could carry him, never looking back. As soon as the woodcutter disappeared from sight, something magical happened. A shimmering, ethereal figure emerged from the trunk of the oak tree. It was the tree spirit, glowing with a soft golden light. "Thank you, dear Jack, for saving my life with your quick thinking and clever words. You are truly a noble soul with a pure heart. To show my gratitude for your kindness, I wish to give you a special gift." The spirit spoke in a voice like rustling leaves. The tree spirit presented Jack with a beautiful silver bell that chimed melodiously even without being moved. Looking at the bell with confusion, Jack laughed nervously. "Thank you, but what use is a bell to me?" "This is no ordinary bell, young Jack. This is a magical bell of great power. Whatever food you desire, simply ring this bell and speak your wish, and it shall appear before you instantly," the spirit explained with a mysterious smile. Jack's eyes grew wide with wonder and excitement. "A magical bell? This is incredible. Thank you so much, dear spirit." "But heed this important warning," the spirit cautioned, raising one translucent finger. "You may use this magical bell only once per day, no more than that, or its magic will fail you." "I understand completely. Thank you for this wonderful gift," Jack promised, bowing respectfully. Jack rushed home, barely able to contain his excitement, and burst through the door calling for his mother. "Mother! Tommy! Come see what I've brought home." Mary examined the bell carefully. "It's just an ordinary bell, isn't it, son?" "No, Mother. This is a magical bell. We can wish for any food we want, and it will appear," Jack explained enthusiastically. Tommy's eyes lit up like fireworks. "Really? That's amazing. Brother, let's try it right now. I'm hungry." "What would you like to eat, Tommy?" Jack asked his little brother warmly. "I want something really delicious. Cakes, pies, roasted chicken, everything," Tommy exclaimed, bouncing with excitement. Jack rang the magical bell, and immediately a magnificent feast appeared on their table. Golden roasted chicken, fresh warm bread, fruit pies, creamy cakes, and more delicious dishes than they could count. "This bell is absolutely wonderful. We'll never go hungry again," Tommy cheered, diving into the food. However, one afternoon, several weeks later, Jack returned home early, exhausted and famished from working under the intense midday sun. When he entered the cottage, he discovered that Tommy had already used the magical bell that day and had eaten everything without saving any for Jack. Desperately hungry, Jack rang the bell multiple times, but nothing appeared. The spirit's warning echoed in his mind. The bell could only be used once per day. Anger and frustration welled up inside Jack's empty stomach. He felt betrayed and hurt that his brother had been so thoughtless. The next morning, when Jack prepared to take the herd to the meadow, he secretly tucked the magical bell into his bag, deciding to keep it with him. Back at home, when lunchtime came, and both Tommy and Mary felt hungry, they searched everywhere for the magical bell. They looked in every cupboard, under every piece of furniture, but the bell was nowhere to be found. With growing worry and empty stomachs, they waited anxiously for Jack to return home. When Jack finally walked through the door that evening, Mary immediately asked, "Jack, we cannot find the magical bell anywhere. Do you know where it is?" "The bell is with me, Mother. I took it to the meadow," Jack admitted, unable to meet her eyes. "Why would you do such a thing? Poor Tommy has been hungry since this morning. Are you only thinking of filling your own stomach now?" Mary asked, her voice filled with disappointment and concern. Tommy burst into tears, crying loudly from hunger and hurt feelings. Seeing his little brother's tears and his mother's disappointed face, Jack felt terrible guilt wash over him like a cold wave. "Please forgive me, Mother. I was wrong. I acted selfishly, thinking only of myself. I promise I will never do this again." "I'm so sorry, Tommy," Jack said sincerely, tears forming in his own eyes as he knelt before his family. From that day forward, Jack learned that sharing and thinking of others was far more important than satisfying only his own needs. Selfishness brings unhappiness to ourselves and those we love. True joy comes from sharing and caring for others.